Congratulations on your win. How are you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling great, man. Everything didn't go as I planned, but I wanted to get the finish, but I still feel great. Still got the job done, so I'm super excited.
So how did you think it was going to go if you thought it didn't go as planned?
In my head, this is always my game plan when I go in there looking for the finish, no matter what. But my dude had a super tough chin. Everything I hit him with, he just kept on coming. So super props to him, and I appreciate him for the opportunity.
So how do you adjust for that when you're in there? You know, when you realize, oh my gosh, this guy's not going to go down. What do you do? What do you say in your mind?
I just gotta be more patient. Take my time, and I did a better job of being patient and then sitting back and assess. But with someone as Chong Chin like that, I just gotta keep touching him till eventually he folds. I guess I wasn't able to do that tonight, but I know I'm gonna keep on building, and soon there will be nobody who will be able to stand there with me.
You know, and coming off of a loss, you always hear that you never lose, you learn. What did you learn from that loss that maybe you even put into play in this fight?
There's a lot I learned. Definitely from my loss, it's just a lot of things which I already fixed because I learned it's more so stuff out of camp and which I fixed and just felt all around better coming into this one. So definitely a great lesson from the last one. I'm not going to take anything away from my opponent for sure. He got in there. I was best at that night. All I do is look forward to the next one.
And speaking of the next one, when do you want to get back in there?
As soon as they get with me with something, for sure, I'm looking to get back as soon as I can. It's just got a lot of stuff to deal with.
And any opponent in mind?
Nobody. Whoever they put in there is who I'm taking. Doesn't matter to me.
Thank you.
I mean, you're not a short man by any means, but, you're fighting a guy that's 6'4". He definitely looked every bit his size. How difficult was it to get past those long arms of his?
Not too difficult. I was able to land my shots, as you guys saw in there. I had great training partners who I work with. Ron Stallings is definitely a great simulation for that. Dude is a whole lot faster, a whole lot more technical, and working with people like that, it gets me prepared for any type of situation.
I think a lot of times somebody might look at you and they say, "Oh, he's going for the knockout every time. He's going to go for the knockout." When people say something like that, is there ever a drive to want to maybe go out there and throw a guy down and get a submission, or are you happy if people just know you being a super strong striker?
I like that perception of me. It works. It gives something for my opponent to think about because that is what I do go out there to try and do. Even if it does go to the ground, like you guys saw out there, my ground game is out there. I have a pretty good ground game as well if I want to get to it. But it doesn't change my perception because people think I'm a knockout artist. I like that.
And I know the fight just happened, and I know fighters are usually always their worst critics. If you had to pinpoint, something that maybe was the thing that you're probably least pleased with what went out there, what would you say was the one thing that you maybe weren't as happy about?
I felt like I could have controlled on the ground a lot better. I was too fidgety on the ground. I should have been a little bit more patient on the ground and do what I know I can do. I'm just going to keep building on that.
And if you had to pick a number of fights per year to where you think you'd be at peak performance out there, what's the right number for you? How many times a year do you want to be fighting?
If you ask me, I'd say every month.
Every month?
4 to 6 is good to me. I don't know if that's realistic anymore, but hey, 4 fights sounds like a pretty good number, steady number.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Well done tonight, my man. Hey, I think your fans and anybody here wouldn't mind once a month. Bring it.
Hey, I'm always ready.
You got the work. You stayed ready. But what were the adjustments in there when you have that much of a taller opponent? How much of a factor was it to be punching upward, striking upward, or the fact that you had this new weight class that didn't make no difference?
The weight class definitely didn't make a difference because prior to the UFC, I fought in heavyweight and light heavyweight before. And so getting back into 205 is just another day in the park. And his length didn't really make too much of a difference because I have great sparring partners who give me a great look on that. So I'm very confident with the height difference.
Can we assume going forward that light heavyweight is your new home, or if the opportunity presents itself, you'll go back down to?
If the opportunity presents itself, 185 for sure. But right now, 205 is a home. It's like I got to make sure whatever weight class I fight in, I'm super ready for it. The 205 right now is where I'm at.
Sounds good. And lastly, what can you take apart from this? You mentioned, and I'll piggyback off of that, being your worst critic. what did he do right that you were like, man, I need to definitely go Monday morning, knock out these drills because he caught me on this?
Things that, I mean, he did a pretty good job of, trying to stay long, which is a lot of stuff which we focus on. I mean, trying to stay on the outside, and then I was just working more on my movement. I think that's the best thing that he kind of did. And then also kind of giving me the feints, some of the feints he did kind of sold me a little bit, but after a while I got used to it.
Right on, man. You got to do that Mike Tyson peekaboo.
Yes, sir.
Body movement. Good luck, and thank you, sir. Good job
Yeah,
tonight.
thank you.